Hey everyone, Eric here. In this video, we're talking about the Sludgefest Dominator, the Katastrophe from Jupiter Effects. That sounds ridiculous. So I think it's pronounced Katastrophe. I'm just gonna call it the Katastrophe because that's a little bit better for my simple English mind. It is a boost, a distortion, a tone shaper, an octave up. So let's go ahead and dive into the pedal. Our volume controls the output level of this pedal, and the Katastrophe has tons of output volume on tap. We've got my Squier Jazzmaster tuned to A standard, so a very low tune guitar running into the Katastrophe into the front of the Boss Katana. If I kick this on, we're not going to get anything because our volume's at minimum. But as we turn it up, we quickly achieve unity and then go past that. And then from here, we're just continually pummeling the amp more and more by turning the volume up. On its own, the gain control doesn't quite get like super saturated, but it does get quite gainy. If we turn it all the way down, we get less gain. As we turn it up, we're gonna get more gain. So now we're moving into the EQ territory, and that is made up of 4 controls. We have low cut right here, we have bass, treble, and presence. Now the low cut, when all the way turned down, is not reducing any low end. And as you turn it up, you're gonna start to reduce more and more of those ultra low frequencies. So for something like this guitar that is tuned to A standard, it's producing a lot of low end frequencies. So the low cut can be especially useful when trying to tighten up something like a really low tune guitar or a bass. So next we have the bass control. This controls the overall amount of low frequencies, and you can kind of get the low cut and the bass to interact. But let's go ahead and keep the low cut all the way off and hear what that bass control does to the signal. Next, we have the treble knob, which sits in the middle of the top row. Similar to the bass knob, this controls the overall treble frequencies in the pedal. So let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. And then last on our EQ controls, we have the presence control up here on the top row all the way on the right. This controls kind of the sparkle of the sound, the airiness, the higher frequencies above the treble frequencies. Let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. Now we've come to the analog octave up part of the pedal. We have an on-off foot switch. One note is that the analog octave up can only be used when the pedal is on. And then we have a blend control, which lets us blend in more or less of that octave into our signal. Now we have the Katastrophe with its backplate off and we're looking at the circuit board, and I wanted to go over these controls right here, which are a clean blend. We have a level control that when increased gives us more clean. So let's go ahead and hit a chord and then increase that to about 50%. In addition to the level control, we also have a high cut, which are two dip switches, giving us a few different options of how much high we can cut from our clean signal. So again, here is the setting we have it now. And then if we turn them both on, it's a darker clean signal. I'm going to turn those off and we're going to move on to the low end potentiometer right here. And this lets you kind of fine tune how much low end is in your clean signal. So if we want a more bassy sound, we actually turn it down. And then if we want a less bassier signal, we can turn it up. Now we have my bass plugged into the same pedal, same amp, same settings. Let's go ahead and hear how the EQ section shapes a bass sound. So to my ears, the low cut makes the bass way more aggressive when increased. I like that a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn low cut down. We're gonna bump the bass up, and then let's hear how the treble and the presence sound. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Katastrophe from Jupiter Effects. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to watch more gear demo videos, I have a ton here. If you'd like to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. I have a Patreon. You can find the link in the description below. You'll also find affiliate links to Reverb and Sweetwater. If you use those links for anything, I get a small commission. It helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I appreciate anyone using those. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you watching this. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.